The number one problem in Christianity is not the enemy, it's biblical illiteracy. You feel me? See, we want to blame all of our problems on the devil or spiritual warfare, but the real problem is when it comes to the Bible, most of us don't even care. You see, if the Bible is God's love letter to us, then why don't we read it? Most of us go through the Christian life acting like we don't even need it. But don't be too hard on yourself, because it's not all on you. Satan's plan has always been to deceive and to confuse you. But if you want to know the enemy's plan, come near. Let me make it clear. Tactic number one, doubt. You see, he wants you to doubt God's purposes, God's promises, and God's plan. Don't you see? He's been doing it since the Garden of Eden. Did God really say, said the serpent? He wants you to think that it's just some antiquated book that's no longer relevant. Tactic number two, busyness. He wants to fill your life with so many good things that you never get to the God things. He'll use just about anything just to steal your time away from the King of Kings, because he knows how much power a Christian can receive when, like Mary, we sit at Jesus' feet. But instead, we'd rather be like Martha, walking around with our spiritual gas tanks on E, chasing the dollar and living the American dream. Trying to pour into others from an empty cup because we're so busy enjoying our lives and living it up that a week goes by and we don't even realize that our busyness has left us spiritually dry. I just don't have time. I'm just too busy, you say. But you're the same person who spends 3 hours on Instagram every day. Jesus said, follow me, but we're more interested in following Cardi B, someone whom we've probably never even seen. But let's move on to tactic number three, guilt. You see, the enemy wants to deceive you into thinking that you've done something so wrong that you don't even belong in the game. So why even call on his name? Because if I do, I'll just be shamed. And pastors, you're not off the hook either, because if I came into your church, would I think you're a pastor or just a motivational speaker using one or two scriptures in our sermons because we want to play it safe, and we wonder why so many Christians are deconstructing their faith? I don't believe anymore is all that they say. Now, pastors, I'm not saying that you're totally to blame, because you can do everything you can and still people may want to exit the game. But could it be that we're spending too much time getting them into a small group than getting them into the Word, or simply constantly asking them to serve? But now let's get back to you and I. I want to leave you on a high, because the good news is that no matter how long you've been away, your God just wants to spend time with you every single day. So turn off social media and hear what he has to say. So let's put aside all of the excuses and dig into the Word of God so we can let God use us and stop letting the enemy confuse us, because everything we do in this Christian life depends on one thing: how much time we spend with the King. Let's work together to make biblical illiteracy extinct.